Elon Musk just made some shocking announcements during his meeting with the Indian Prime Minister. This has huge implications for Tesla's business, how they're going to invest in India, as well as what could potentially happen with the stock price. We're going to get into all of this and much more in this video. Before we dive straight into it, tap, tickle, touch, or smash the like button, whatever funky stuff you like to do to it. No judgment here. Do it right now if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in our markets as well as with Tesla. If you want to make more money, if you want to reach financial freedom as quickly as possible, which I know is every single one of you, do that right now. Thank you for doing that. Let's get into it.
I'm planning to visit India next year. I'm confident that Tesla will be in India and will do so as soon as humanly possible. I'd like to thank the Prime Minister for his support, and hopefully we'll be able to announce something in the not too distant future.
Are you looking to invest in India, Elon?
Yes.
How soon can we have Tesla in India?
Well, we don't want to jump the gun. We don't want to jump the gun on an announcement, but I think it's quite likely that there will be a significant investment and relationship with India in the future.
That's big news. What made you change
But-
your mind?
I've never changed my mind.
How was your meeting with the
It's just,
Prime Minister?
I have to go, guys. Thank you.
was your meeting
It
with
was
the Prime
it was an excellent, very good conversation.
How soon will we see you in India?
Next year, count on it.
Well, I'm actually incredibly excited about the future of India. I think India has more promise than any large country in the world.
The takeaways from the meeting.
Takeaways from the meeting, he really cares about India because he's pushing us to make significant investments in India, which it is something that we intend to do, and we're just trying to figure out the right timing. In a nutshell, it was a fantastic meeting with the Prime Minister, and I like him quite a lot. He visited our Fremont factory several years ago, and so we've now known each other for a while.
So how do you see Prime Minister Modi's leadership role as far as making technology inclusive so that digital infrastructure can be created?
I can say he really wants to do the right thing for India. He wants to be open. He wants to be supportive of new companies, and obviously, but at the same time, make sure it accrues to India's advantage, which is, obviously that's the job. I'm saying I am a fan of Modi, so I have to say that.
What are your future plans personally? What do you look at as far as investment in India is concerned?
Yeah, well, I think there's a tremendous amount of potential for all three pillars of the sustainable energy future. The three pillars being sustainable energy generation through solar and wind primarily, and obviously India is great for solar, and the amount of land area you actually need to generate enough electricity to power India is very small. I believe it'd be probably 1 or 2% of the land area of India, so it's very doable. And then you need to pair that with stationary battery packs because the sun doesn't shine at night, and then you need electric vehicles, and then you have a sustainable energy future. And I think it will. The interesting thing people will find is that this is a lower cost way to go as well. That may surprise people. And we're also hopefully looking forward to bringing Starlink to India as well. The Starlink internet, which I think can be incredibly helpful for sort of remote or rural villages where they perhaps may have no access to internet, or the internet is very expensive and slow.
Do you plan to visit India anytime soon? But did the Prime Minister extend an invitation to you?
He did, and yes, I'm tentatively planning to visit India again next year. I'm looking forward to it.
So Elon Musk just confirmed that they are going to invest in India. And this seemed like an obvious, right? Eventually Tesla would invest in India, but nobody really thought it was going to happen this quickly. And there is a beautiful reason why you invest in India. Multiple reasons, as a matter of fact. Number one, lack of penetration. There is, name me a car company that was founded and born in India that is mainstream. You don't have Toyota, you don't have Hyundai, you don't have GM, you don't have Ford, you don't have Tesla, you don't have BYD, you don't have none of these major competitors in the auto markets really penetrated in India. It's a lot of your third tier players because they are an underdeveloped nation that is rapidly developing. India is developing so quickly that since 2010, their economy has doubled. This is a chart of the GDP output. And as you can see, this would be similar to a stock that you would want to invest in. It's straight up to the right. And this trend is likely to continue. India itself is hoping to be a developed nation, fully developed, by 2047. Even China is considered an undeveloped nation, still not classified as developed. So the runway for growth in India is going to be even larger than China. And you can see this represented by population growth. Don't even get me started about the total addressable market that you're going to have in India. India's population growth is almost higher than China. India boasts a population as of the 2021 consensus of 1.41 billion for India. China is at 1.43 billion. The total addressable market is massive. And as India does develop, companies that build relationships in India first and the strongest relationships are going to be the ones to benefit. Not to mention the total addressable market via population growth and the fact that India is becoming a rapidly more developed nation. There's always dollar hollers behind everything. Rare earth metals. This is a big component to electric vehicles and potentially a big problem over the long term for electric vehicles. And what do you know? India is the 5th largest producer of rare earth metals, but they are a major producer in 2 rare earth metals. Guess what 2 they are? They are neodymium and praseodymium. Maybe I said those wrong. I know I said those wrong. They're tough words to say. You don't say them all the time, okay? But these 2 metals are used the most in electric vehicles. They're specifically used in powerful magnets for speakers, hard drives, and electric motors. These other 3, which neodymium, I don't even know how you say this, the first biggest element that is coming out of India with a 99% purity. That one is the most widely used rare earth metal for, again, speakers, hard drives, and electric motors. But then you also have 3 other ones that are still important but not used as much. The strontium, terbium, and praseodymium, the other metal that is found in India. Those are commonly used as additives in neodymium magnets as well. So India also has big deposits of rare earth metals. So on top of the other benefits we just went over, there is a actual reason to be there. A reason that involves rare earth metals, which we're not getting too many more of every single year. So think about everything we just talked about, all of the value that can be created from a partnership in India. You cannot even put this into numbers. This is on a magnitude of multi-trillion dollars. Do you think the American market's big? You think the European market's big, or even the Chinese market? What if I said the Indian market has the potential to be 5 times bigger than the Chinese market due to the lack of penetration, due to the population growth that India is seeing? 5 years from now, India is going to have a lot more people than China. Okay, so think about that in a dollar perspective. The value is unmeasurable. It's well in the $5 to $20 trillion range of potential value that could be extrapolated out of India. So what does that mean for Tesla's share price now? Well, certainly if you're betting against the stock, boy, are you having a problem. Tesla's stock on Tuesday went up 5.34% on this news in regular trading, and also went up 1.33% in after-hours trading. The beautiful thing about the stock market is the markets start to price in future growth, future benefits to like a partnership in India right now. So obviously you're not going to rally to a $20 trillion market cap based off of this, but you will start to price in a certain increment of what this means, right? So in other words, if maybe the total value creation, let's be conservative, is $1 trillion to Tesla's market cap in the future, and that's super conservative for India alone, right? To say that's only $1 trillion market for Tesla, I think that is absurdly low, right? But we'll just use that as the example. Who's not to say the markets don't value 20% of that or 25% of that today, which would equate to obviously $200 to $250 billion of market cap added today or within the next couple of weeks or the next month or so. That's why Tesla stock is going higher. It looks like this deal with India to create a factory or multiple facilities is coming. It's only a matter of time. And what Elon said during this presser, it looks like it might be coming a lot sooner than a lot of people expected. So this is certainly a positive for Tesla in the long term, but it's such a big positive in the long term. Again, unquantifiable value creation out of India. That it's also a big positive for the now as well. So if short sellers or the bears thought that they had a problem before today, before Tuesday, or whenever you're watching this video, they have an even bigger problem now. And this will be a tailwind factor probably for weeks to come. Now we know the next big catalyst is on July 2nd. If you also get a beat to delivery numbers on July 2nd, above the consensus view of 440,000 deliveries, the stock could hit new all-time highs. I will be the guy to say that. If nobody else has that you watch in regards to Tesla, that could be a very real reality. And that would include squeezing out shorts. That would include obviously raising expectations in the future, because at the same time Tesla is thinking about creating multiple different factories. We've seen a lot of good news. The markets just are not pricing that in for Tesla. You're currently only forecasting a 27% volume growth in 2024, meaning that's like one of the worst years that Tesla has seen in more recent history. That's what you're expecting for 2024. That doesn't look like reality. That doesn't look like what is going to happen. And that is potentially how Tesla stock could and likely will hit new all-time highs within the next couple of months. Within the next 3 to 6 months is the timeline that I would give it. It also looks like hedge funds and institutions are making similar bets as what I just said. So maybe I'm not the only one that could be expecting new all-time highs. As you can see, the option flows are massively bullish. And they're pretty short-term here. By this Friday, by next Friday, expecting Tesla stock to be well over $300 per share. Take a look at some of these large orders coming through. You got 310 calls expiring June 30th. These orders worth over $200,000 a piece. You got some 275 calls. You got some 290 calls. You got some 310 calls in here. You got a $400 call for December 15th of this year. worth over $300 or $300,000. A 310 call for January 17, 2025 with a break even of $377.50. This trade worth $1 million. You get the idea. A lot of bullish positioning. If we go out on the bubble chart as well, we'll pick October as the expiration. Show this as a bubble chart. You're seeing a lot of activity for that $300 call. Again, with break evens, and the 310 call, again, with break evens that are, well higher than 300. These break evens are around 360, 370, 380, obviously depending on when you bought the options. Look at this. This is huge. By September 15th, the largest expiration for Tesla is a $758 call. That's the strike, $758. You have open interest of 78,000 for that contract. The second largest option expiring on September 15th, which is also, I should point out, a quad witching day, is a 650 call with 30,000 for open interest. Then you start to look at, the $200 put as being the next biggest one, or the $353 call as the fourth largest option expiration. Point is here, if my point has not been proven, the stock is going higher from here. How high? I think that's a better question. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Short positions currently stand at $23.27 billion. Fun fact. Shorts in this whole entire market have lost about $120 billion since the start of 2023. Over 10% of that has been in Tesla stock alone. And you haven't even started to see shorts covering on short positions. So it looks like the best is still ahead of us. Let me know where you think Tesla stock is going over the short term and the long term down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you made it to the end of this video and you found value out of the video. If you guys want to take it a step further, come trade with me live in real time. Come join our group. Link down below in the description of this video. We have a newswire over there. I obviously send out my trades every time I make a trade, buy or sell anything. As well as we're going to have trading strategies over there, like how to day trade with an account less than $25,000 using options. A lot of strategies people just don't know about that could add a lot of benefit to your overall trading strategy, as well as we're going to be adding some real estate stuff in there as well. I am a licensed real estate agent as well as an investor in real estate, currently owning about 3 rental properties, soon to be 4 rental properties, and just learn how to find a good tenant, how to extract value out of property, how to estimate what kind of value you could bring to a property. I think that's the most important thing heading into any deal. We're going to have all of that obviously added over time. Link down below in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.